The Logan Power Show. Welcome, everybody.
The Logan Power Show. The Logan Power Show. The Logan Power Show.
He is phenomenal.
The Logan Power Show.
Here to empower you and
The
impact you.
Logan Power Show. The Logan Power Show.
It'll be a great show.
He is phenomenal. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Logan Power Show. It's me, your host, Calvin Logan, live here at The Point in Charleston, South Carolina. Well, you know, I love to laugh. I love to have fun. I got with me a guy who's very funny, plays no games, but comes with a twist. This is what we call gospel laughter, laughing with the Lord. I got the comedian, Mr. PK. How you doing, sir?
How's it going there, man? Appreciate it.
How's everything?
Everything's good. Have a good time.
Good. I'm glad to get you on the show.
I'm glad to be down here in Charleston, man. Glad to be here.
Well, tell us more about who is PK, the comedian.
PK is a preacher kid, the oldest of five. Love doing comedy. Been doing laughing sets for my family and friends, you know, and I just decided let's see if we can make somebody else laugh besides my relatives, and it's been going pretty good now.
Okay. And you've been laughing, and how long you been doing it for right now?
I've been doing it for doing comedy now, stand-up comedy now, 11 years.
11 years.
Yes.
Okay. Well, you know, the big question people want to know, you know, for yourself, you are a clean comedian. No
Yeah.
swearing, no cursing. Why do this route? Why go this route with regards to comedy?
Because, first of all, because I don't want to make my mom and daddy mad. You know? I want to go down there on Sundays to eat, you know, so I want to keep that connection. But I was able to do it without cursing, you know. Not saying I never did it before, you know, but it just felt that, you know, it was an avenue that really was not that many people out there on it. And I feel I could be pretty good and do my country style of being a comedian, my country style comedy. So right now, you know, I think that was the best decision I made 11 years ago. You know, I've been offered plenty of money to, you know, say a little something every now and then, but I couldn't sleep at night if I did, because I know my mom and dad would be proud. And that's what I boil down to. Even though I'm a grown man, but, you know, I still want to make my mom and daddy proud.
Well, you know, you got a lot of support with you here in the audience. We definitely appreciate you guys coming out. And for me, I've been watching comedy for a lot of years. I know for myself, I grew up on Sinbad. I've grown on Martin Lawrence. I've grown up with Bernie Mac, a lot of different comedians. And for you, what I want to appreciate, when I saw you, you was really funny. We had a country type of style to your comedy and how you brought a lot of love to the table. Now, you're a preacher's kid, and being a preacher's kid is a little different. And so what I want people to know more about you as the person, you go to a lot of different churches,
Yeah.
and you do comedy. So like Akatunde is a guy who I consider yourself being sort of like, but a little different, because you have a country type of style to how you bring across to the audience. So why is it that are you more focused on helping the church instead of like, you know, I'm gonna do my thing in the world? You know, what led you get your heart to doing comedy that way? And let the audience know, because they want to know too.
That's a good question, man. give me time, you know, for my mind to wrap that thing around, you know. But yes and no. Yes, I'm out of the church, but I'm one of those ones that takes this ministry into the hedges and highways. It's not much you can really say inside the church about the church, or, you know, about that. But my comedy is based on the stories that I have being a preacher's kid, being around church folk. You know, that's the meat of all my comedy, being around church folks. The church folks around the church, in the church, and related to the church, but basically everyday living. You know, stories about when I was growing up, things that I see when I'm going into Walmart, you know, and those kind of things, you know, I don't have to make a joke. I don't have to sit and memorize or riddle or something like that. I can just see it and it just goes into the factory and comes out funny, you know, and that makes it easy because a lot of times when I do a show, I don't write down nothing. You know, I don't write down much of nothing. I might write down a topic just to open those doors, but a lot of times when I go to a show and then every time I did a show, it's different.
Okay.
You know, I don't have to memorize nothing. It's hard to memorize nothing. You know, I wasn't too good with, you know, memorizing stuff in school. You know, so.
Why is that?
You know, I ain't been the bright. I ain't been the sharpest knife in the drawer. But you know, if you use me right, you know, you might get some damage. But I'm glad to graduate. So.
Graduate
Graduate from school.
So graduate.
Graduate.
So, can you tell something like, you know, your experience that pretty much is, you can say that was real funny to you, like growing up as a kid, or something that you tell a lot of people that have them laughing out they see?
Growing up around my grandparents and my cousins, I mean, my cousins and grandparents and relatives is over the top.
Okay.
I mean, they, like my dad one time, you know, he might get me, he might get me with this one. Yeah, I mean, he goes out and cut a tree.
Okay.
A limb that's over the swimming pool. He just bought him a saw from the flea market, so he was excited about it. He climbs up the tree, and somehow or another, he got turned around up in that tree, and he cuts the limb that he's standing on. Down he comes. He throws the saw one way, and he jumps another way. Then he lands. Me and my mom sitting there, making sure you're all right first. And we both looking at each other like kids crying. He said, the tree must have turned. Stuff of that nature. I'm like, man, I mean, how you go up a tree to cut a tree with a saw and wind up cutting the limb that you're standing on? You know, that's the kind of stuff that just sticks with me for a while. And I have a lot of family friends just do things that's very awkward. You know, y'all would think, you know.
I like to know what more about some family members. Tell me about something.
I mean, I have let's see, the church family.
Okay.
Church family. You know, it's amazing how people get in there, you know, and say, you know, they'll say something like, I don't look like what I've been through. And yes, you do. You really, really do. Like you really look like you've been through what you've been through, you know. Those kind of things, and ushers taking your kids, well, you know that's right, you know. Little Johnny there with that little sippy cup, you know, he's shaking that juice all over the pews. The usher can really just come in and take him out of your hands, and the only one that we know can do that is DSS. But we have ushers at our church that can just come and take your baby, take him to the little, what they call it, little cheering church. Yeah, stuff like that, man. It just all the way around. I mean, people just do some of the strangest things, you know. And it's anything that most of the time when I go to church, I sit and I observe.
Okay.
I have this radar that's going around, and I can just about see everything going on.
All right.
And it's just amazing, you know, people fall asleep and wake up, you know, shouting when they're taking up the offering and stuff like that. You know, it's just kind of weird, you know. I don't know what he heard, but, you know, he just jump up and just started shouting. Then he realized they're taking up an offering. You see this on Sundays at church.
Yeah, you do see it on Sunday at church. So, you know, I think that I can testify myself. I've done the, you know, I was a teenager, you know, done that sleeping, but I didn't do that shouting. You know, you get backhanded in the honor roll by mom and dad. So.
Oh yeah, my dad used to see me all over church. He was on the choir stand.
Okay.
And, you know, you had those ushers always tell on you. You know, we had those, and my dad. I wake up in the bathroom, but I'm moving. He got me. My feet ain't touching the ground. He just pushing me in the bathroom, and then he goes to chopping on me. Like, now I'm terrified. I'm shell shocked when I go to church to go to sleep. You know, I don't know if he gonna catch up and walk up behind me. You know, so that broke me out of that habit too.
Okay. Well, you know, for me, I know that it's a blessing for you to have you on the show. I thank you again for just blessing our stage. Now, one thing we want to know before you go, the legacy of PK the Comedian. You know, I believe that in my heart, in my spirit, that you can be somebody that we can put a DVD on and watch PK the Comedian rock the floor. I know Miss Gail is one of your biggest supporters. I know that she truly believes in you. You got a big family support. But I want to know for yourself, where do you want this legacy to be when it's all said and done and this mic is laying down the counter and, say 40, 50 years from now, where do you want the PK legacy to be?
Well, first, before I go into that, I didn't know where it was going at one time. And I did this show in Orangeburg. And after the show was over with, the producer came to me and said something to me that I really didn't know. He said, this lady, husband was out fishing and a guy murdered him. And it was 5 years. And she said she hadn't laughed in 5 years. And when he told me that, I said to myself, now I know why I'm out here. Now I know why, because now people know me and I don't know them. But when I wanted to quit, when I wanted to give up, when I wanted to just throw in the towel and just focus on working on something else or doing something else, it keeps calling me because of that one testimony. It's been many, but that one testimony, I said, it could be that show that I don't go to, that someone came there for healing. I believe in my heart that the way I do comedy, the way I don't have to study comedy, I don't have to sit and scratch my head and take exams to do comedy, I don't have to sit and try to prove myself to someone that I'm a comedian, and still go and grace a stage and bless someone. You hear preachers say, don't go home like you came. And my motto in my mind, I hope that whoever came to that show that night go back a different way, feeling it a different way, thinking a different way. And when it's all said and done, that will be my legacy, that I got healed. It wasn't about all the money, it wasn't about all the fame, it wasn't all about the glory, it was about the fact that I went to one of PK's shows feeling down in despair and gave me the strength to go on because he made it funny. That's gonna be my legacy. Not the jokes that I tell, but the fact of the matter is I went home a different way from a show. That's my legacy.
Hey, well, I'm in agreement, and I'm touching faith before faith. Iron sharpens iron.
Yes, sir.
As we go nationwide, worldwide, same with yourself. For those that are watching, Mr. PK will be one of our comedians. We're going to have some kind of show. We're going to work something out.
Oh, work it out.
And definitely. We're in faith. We're going to have some fun. Because, I like to have fun, enjoy myself. I know comedy is to the soul. God loves laughing himself. People don't understand it. The Bible, laughter brings joy. It's healing. I know a lot of people don't understand this, that science has proven that if you laugh a lot, you live longer. So, for me, I like to laugh a lot. I laugh at myself. I laugh at family. I laugh at all the mistakes I've made. The blunders. You say like, man, I made that 5 years ago. Man, never would have made that today. So I truly hope that everyone who's watching, the information on the screen, how to get in contact with Mr. PK, bring him into your home, bring him to your church, bring him to your high school, bring him to your college. I truly believe this man can really make you want to laugh and just get the trials and tribulations that you go through, but on a clean network. And that's what you want to have. Well, that's all the time I got. My name is Calvin Logan with the Logan Power Show. We appreciate you. We love you. PK, the comedian, keep watching. He's going to shock the world. We love y'all, and we'll see you on next week.
Bye.